When I was working on the novel, It, I was living in Bangor, which was the basis for Derry. I walked up the street one day, and there was this little kid sitting in the dust at the side of the road, drawing and talking to herself about imaginary people and what they were doing. And I was thinking, if an adult was sitting in the dirt like that and talking to himself, they'd take them away to the nearest mental institution. But we understand that kids have a wider perspective, their imaginations are unfettered. And as we grow older, it becomes tougher and tougher to hold on to that. So what I really wanted to do with It was to bring the losers back as adults to recapture the imaginative capacity that they had as children. The thing about fear is this: the more imagination you have, the more fearful you are. As kids, we don't really understand how the world works. So when you look in a sewer, you really could believe there are evil beings down there. There are a lot of adults in this movie who have a very thin layer of rationality. Bill Denbrough says, what I'm scared of is not making the mortgage payments, but that's not what he's really scared of, because he remembers his childhood. Even to this day, when I go to bed, I'm careful to keep the covers over my feet so that nothing can grab my foot. Now, if there was somebody underneath my bed, it wouldn't matter if the covers were over it or not. But I still retain some of that childhood belief that covers themselves are magic and that the monsters can't get through those. A lot of the things in It are drawn from my own childhood, particularly the years that I spent as a kid in Stratford, Connecticut. When I was, say, 10 or 11, there was a high school boy whose name was Bill something or other, and he was a wonderful kid, but he had this awful, awful stutter. And he had a bike, and the name of the bike was Silver. And he would give little kids rides if they wanted them on the package carrier on the back of his bike. And the only thing that he could say without stuttering as he went down the hill, and he went fast, he would say, "Hi-ho, Silver, away! Hi-ho, Silver, away!"
I haven't seen this man in my life. He just sneaked into the shoot.
Yeah, I'm like one of those guys.
How did we get him on set? We asked.
He was asking for anti-acid.
Yeah.
We gave him some, but he knew he wouldn't go.
And he said to Andy, I'm happy to do it, but I want you to know that I'm a jinx. And every time I'm in a movie, it doesn't do well. And Andy said, I think we'll be fine this time around. I think we're gonna change your luck.
He just wouldn't go. Stephen is very respectful of adaptations. We showed him chapter 1, and he reacted very positively.
You guys are the best.
But I didn't want to let the chance go by of doing the second chapter without having his thoughts.
I have total trust in Andy. I'm not much of an actor, but you have to trust the director and you have to trust who's in the scene with you. And in this case, it was James McAvoy, who was very kind to me and helped me out a little bit. James made it more fun. Carry your water around, don't you? Oh, you're a big-time writer. Big-time writer. Yeah, big time.
He brought that real Mainer kind of flavour to it, which isn't really there in the rest of the cast.
And action! Help you?
Yeah, I wanted to see about the
Bowling ball, baseball cards,
no,
bird cage,
no, at the
bird, board game, bulldozer,
no, not the bulldozer, the
beaver.
but the fucking bike.
Well, if you're gonna use that kind of language, you can take it out on the street.
It was cool. It was really cool, and just an honor for me because I am a massive fan.
So we're gonna get that done with James.
So getting to meet him and work with him and have a nice conversation with him was awesome.
There we go.
Terrific, thanks.
When I finally met him, it was an amazing thing. I would have never think that I would meet him when I was like 14 or 15, but he was always my hero.
Action.
You want me to sign it for you?
Nah, I didn't like the ending.
Say picture wrap on the one and only Stephen King.
I am now in my mind writing my Oscar acceptance speech. There's plenty of evil to be scared of. And I think one of the things that's so comforting about fantastical movie and movie monsters is it allows us to take our fears, our very real fears for a while, and put them in this other basket and say, for 2 hours or 3 hours in the dark, I'm going to be a kid again.